Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die
by the die.
Drink by the
Hey!
Middle of the road.
The dice you gave me, they like me.
Yay!
They hated me.
Right.
I was like, ooh, they have like a little juju on it. I like it. Yes. Yes.
I am Izzi, your lore master, and with me today I have...
This feels like a field sobriety test.
There has been some alcohol consumption in copious quantities before.
There might have been.
Copious quantities are wonderful.
There's a lot of alcohol.
There might have been a couple of libations
Okay.
before the stream.
Start over. I'm Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 4.
You rolled.
I'm happy to
I
be
didn't
here.
really roll.
Okay.
I am Cuba. I play Ayla Myrea, beautiful bard, College of Charm,
Glamour?
Glamour,
There we go.
Tiefling.
We got there.
Yes.
And you rolled.
Oh yeah, 10.
Hello, I'm Adam. I play Eldon Strockhaven. He is a human ranger, Drake Warden, and I rolled a 5.
A 5.
Did I roll one of the best this time?
I rolled
So far.
unnaturally
Well, no, I think
weird.
Julie
I
rolled
usually
better.
roll really well for these for some reason.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Kai. He is a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 9.
Okay, not too bad.
Well, we're all
Getting the
tired.
double
Okay,
digits.
we're all
You gave me the dirtiest look for some reason.
Dirtiest look, you're the
tired. This one.
Mean mug.
It was subconscious.
I'm Julie. I play Kethra Evermoon. I am a human Circle of the Moon druid, and I rolled a 20.
Oh,
Yes.
And here I was. I'm like, I'm the best.
Now this has
but
to
you
come off.
really are.
To get my solar power going.
All right. Well,
Keep my hood on. It was good luck.
there's a lot of different ways that you can be following our story. We've got YouTube, Patreon, Spotify. I'm not really, I guess, dropping Twitch off because we're not really streaming live, but YouTube, Patreon, and Spotify, you can get early access to the VODs on our Patreon. We are actually at 48 patrons, so only 2 away from our goal of 50. I don't know what happens at 50, but we'll come up with something.
We feel
good.
big.
Yeah, we feel really good. The
ourselves on the
majority
back.
of our stuff is free, so you can just join as a free patron and you get notified when we release things. Let's see. Oh, and the podcast version comes out on Mondays, but patrons, free or not, get early access to that as soon as it's done. Usually Tuesdays, and then the following Monday it gets released. Merch. We have a bunch of merch. You can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch, and you can check out our designs. We've got our Live by the Die, Die by the Die, our
Oh, this is ours.
sweatshirt.
Unbutton that.
I second half I might not. It is warm in here.
Yep.
It is beautiful in here.
Yeah. If Julie's comfortable, it's warm in here.
Yeah, probably. I was gonna say if it's warm.
You're like a lizard on a rock, woman.
Oh yeah.
You really are.
I am
Trying to make it through
sunbathed.
the
I am.
announcements before I take off the merch.
Not me.
No, I am like
More than
perfect.
anybody, I
My
am.
hands are actually warm for the first time in history.
They actually
You should just wear onesies exclusively.
Her blood
I
is
think.
circulating.
For the first time all week.
For music, we are happily using music from Monument Studios Fantasy Plus, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, Michael Gelfi Studios, and Kevin MacLeod via Incompetech, as well as our ambiance too. If you hear like jungle noises and stuff like that, that is all from our friends who allow us to use royalty-free sounds, which goes a long way. Cons and events. Let's see. ArmorCon was on the 19th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, and that was a lot of fun. I will be at Aresia, I think it's called, Boston, January. It's the 17th through the 20th. I'm only going one day. I don't know what it's going to be, but that is actually a book-related authors, fiction, writing con, so I will be there one day. And then Captain Con is the following week or 2 weeks later, January 31st through February 2nd. And I'm at least going to that one too. I don't know.
Captain Con, you said?
Captain
Well,
Con,
that's
yeah.
all. That's the one we went to before, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do the same thing we did for the fair and all go?
Yeah, definitely.
Done.
All right, so we're going to Captain Con.
All right. We have to make some...
And you LARPed yesterday.
I did.
Is that why you've been so
Wow.
quiet? Are you sore from LARPing? Did you throw some
No.
spears
You
and
over
nerf
LARP yourself.
things?
I did. I was an NPC yesterday. It's a private LARPing group, so I don't really know all the details, but it was interesting and fun.
Did you have set lines?
No, I was mostly helping build traps, and then I fought some people for a while, and then I was an NPC that was part of somebody's backstory, and they had to make a decision.
We definitely have to put a pin in that because I want to ask you questions because due to the couple drinks now I'm interested.
It was a good time, and thank you to everybody who welcomed me. It was in Connecticut, and it is the oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember the name of the. There's so much that happens. It's a multi-year game, so it was good though. Good time. That's all I've got.
Like, share, subscribe.
The humid air clings to your skin, thick and heavy as you push through the tangled undergrowth of the jungle. Every step feels like wading through mud, each movement dragging you deeper into exhaustion. Your limbs ache, and your breath comes in ragged pulls. Up ahead, the others press on along the path back to the city. Periodically, you all stop to hack through leaves and branches, despite this being a well-traveled road, one that you came down only hours before. It seems like the jungle has already started reclaiming it. Salvation lies ahead, where the tally-ho waits to take you away from this place. But the weight of the moment pulls at you, not just the aching fatigue of now, but the sharp sting of memory rising unbidden from the depths of your mind. This exhaustion is familiar. It feels just like that night years ago when everything unraveled. You remember running. You remember the way your legs burned, your lungs screaming for air. As you tore through the night with only adrenaline and fear to carry you forward. The sounds of shouting haunted your steps, your father's furious voice, the sharp commands of the villagers, the struggle as they ripped Opharilla away from you. The helpless rage in your chest had burned hotter with each breath, but there had been no time to fight, no time to think. All you could do was run. But you hadn't run far, not at first. You needed to go back. You couldn't leave with nothing. You remember fumbling through the darkness of your room, your hands trembling as you snatched what few belongings you could carry. Clothes, a keepsake or two, things that felt important in the blur of panic. Your fingers could barely grip anything through the trembling, but you forced yourself to keep going, grabbing everything you could before turning towards the door, confronting your mother. And then the fire. Even now, the scent of smoke clings to the edges of your memory, sharp and acrid. You hadn't waited to see what would come of it. You couldn't. With flames flickering in the corners of your vision, you ran again through the night, through the fear, through everything that told you to stop. And then you couldn't run anymore. You remember stumbling to a halt somewhere at least a day's journey beyond the village, your body giving out under the weight of exhaustion. The ground was cold beneath your knees, moss soft against your palms as you crumpled beneath the weight of everything. Fear, anger, grief. The adrenaline drained from you all at once, leaving nothing behind but an emptiness that sat heavy in your chest. Your legs gave out beneath you and you sank down against a tree, too tired to move, too lost to care. The tears came before you could stop them. At first, they were just hot streaks down your cheeks, quiet and miserable, but soon your breath hitched and you were sobbing. Deep, heaving sobs that clawed their way out of you, shaking your whole body. You buried your face in your hands, pressing your palms hard against your eyes, trying to make it stop, but it wouldn't. The fire, the shouting, the way they'd taken Opharilla, the home you left behind, it was all too much and you had no more strength to hold it in. That's when you felt it. Something soft and warm brushing against you, a small weight settled in your lap, and the steady hum of a familiar purr vibrated through your hands. Nyx. You didn't even know how long he'd been following you, but here he was, of course he was. Curling himself into the space where your hands had been, pressing his little black body against yours. You buried your face into his fur, clutching him close, and the purring grew louder, slow and steady, as if Nyx was telling you, it's okay. I'm here. You're not alone. It wasn't much, but it was enough. Little by little, the sobs slowed, turning into soft sniffles and uneven breaths. Nyx didn't move. He just stayed. His warm presence anchoring you to the moment, holding you steady when everything else felt like it was falling apart. The night wrapped itself around you like a heavy blanket, and your body sagged further into the earth. The exhaustion pressed down hard, and this time you gave in. The world blurred at the edges, and with Nyx curled against you, you drifted into an uneasy sleep. The jungle air is thick now, just like it was that night. Your legs are screaming again, and each step feels like dragging your body through mud. Ahead, the others keep moving toward the ship, but you can't shake the feeling that you've been here before, walking, aching, and fighting against the heaviness that pulls at your mind and body. Nyx is with you again, his small black form just visible in the slivers of moonlight filtering through the canopy above. His presence is the same as it has always been. Quiet, grounding, steady. The little cat flicks his tail as if to say, almost there. I'm here. You've made it through before, and you will make it again. You press forward, every muscle protesting, but you know you can't stop now. The memory lingers in your mind, as sharp and clear as the scent of smoke. But Nyx's purring, the purring hum, quiet and constant, is enough to remind you that even in exhaustion, even in pain, you've never truly been alone. And somehow, with him beside you, you keep going, one step at a time. As the jungle sounds fade into the periphery, you are all walking. It is the wee hours of Burdens 2. You all, at this point, I'm going to say 2 points of exhaustion for everyone except Iolite, who has 3.
2. Jesus.
As you not only have not slept, but you have fought, you have run, you have worked your way through the jungle, and you are tired.
Each point of exhaustion is -1 on...
-1. On all
everything?
D20 rolls.
And
So now we're
it takes a
-2.
long rest to get rid of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who's with us? Yuri, right?
Yuri is with you as you are walking, and as I mentioned, you had come through this path before, but it's almost as if the jungle reclaims as you walk by. It's seems as though whatever magic is on this particular island, it's constantly trying to take back what it has lost through humanoids
Bless you.
hacking their way.
Bless you, I think. Whatever that was.
I don't want to sneeze into the...
Super silent.
quiet.
I had a suppressor on that one.
My head hurts now.
just gave yourself an injury.
Just trigger something in your brain.
Ayla turns to Yuri after, I'm sure, many hours of walking in silence as I know we're getting closer to civilization. So, what did you do in there? Did he do anything uncivilized?
Well, I mean, I would say the whole thing was pretty uncivilized. But all we did was play cards.
You did not bet anything, did you?
I did. But don't worry about me. I actually won quite a few times.
But what did it win?
Well, I won this. Yuri, as they're walking, pulls out a locket and shows you all. You can see a woman's face inside of the locket when they open it. And they say, this locket, Sulthrak told me, always points to face Iara. So no matter where you are, it will, well, they hold it up, and you can see that the woman's face is just peering and always gazing in the direction of Iara as he kind of turns
Is it like the paintings in Harry Potter?
It doesn't look to be animated. It's kind of like that creepy, where no matter where you look at something and it looks like it's following you, except in this case it's following the moon. It's a little unsettling, but it doesn't have a smile or an expression. It's just looking at the moon. I don't know if anybody wants this, but it could come in handy. No?
Above the table. Iara's my worshipping moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Are you taking it?
Yes.
Oh, they hand it to you. I also won this. You can hear like trinkets moving around in this pack, and this little orb. It's a little glass orb that they hold up. So this, Sulthrak told me, can hold up to 4 hours of sunlight, kind of like charges in the suns. And you can just use it until it runs out, and then you recharge it. If anybody wants it, as a thank you.
Suppose I'll take that.
There you go.
We do apologize that it took us so long to get you out of there.
That's all right. Time's kind of my thing, so you know. I did end up losing, so here's the thing. I didn't give up any real details about what it is that I can do, but creatures like that, Fae especially, are going to get a little bit wary if they never lose. So I lost once just to make sure that it didn't think I was cheating, which I totally was. So yeah, I lost something, but it was worth it. It's just this little crocheted heart that my mom had made for me. Carried it around. Means a lot. But my life means more, so sometimes you gotta give something up. And it wouldn't have been real if it wasn't real, so I'll miss it, but...
Again, apologies for the entire ordeal. It was not what we expected.
No, I had faith in you. Did you learn what you needed to learn?
We learned that Ayla's sister is a bitch.
Sometimes that's all you need. If you didn't know before, now you know.
I mean, I already knew that, but this is a new level.
If you don't know, now you know.
Well, I also won this. They pull out this paper fan. It's very simple. It doesn't look like much. And open it. So, again, the creature told me that if you wave this fan, they wave it in your direction, Ayla, because they're talking to you. You feel no breeze. So, it doesn't make any breeze, but it said that if there's like a fire, campfire, bonfire size. Like, it's not going to do much to, like, a building necessarily unless you sit there for a little bit, but apparently it just blows the fire out. So, if anybody wants this. Again, just thank you gifts. I could have been left there. I probably would have been all right, but if one of those kinds of creatures gets pissed and then it curses you, all it needs is a little drop of hair. You know.
I take the fan and I toss it to Kethra.
There you go.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Just keep it in handy.
You do throw fire around a lot.
Yeah, if you set
You might need
something
to
on
put it
fire
Good point.
and just didn't plan on.
Tuck it in her bag and you hear, meow. Sorry, next.
So, I mean, it wasn't great, but chronomancy is not something that a lot of folks have, and I didn't want to really give that up.
Did it happen to mention what it was going to do with the wyvern?
No, but, well, looking around its home, I mean, there were lots of things going on in there. Could have been collecting, harvesting parts. It could have been wanted a pet. I don't know. It didn't say. It's not the kind of thing you really... I tried to engage only as much as I could in the game, and then it let me go to sleep.
I just look over where Thertrix is for a moment, and then just back. Is he paying attention?
Ask her.
Yeah, Theratrix is always kind of
She's
paying
just like-
attention. You guys are talking, so...
Just blinking.
He's always
He's like up
listening.
a little higher, but listening. If you're not trying to hide your conversation, then yeah, he's listening to it. But you all look pretty banged up, so. But you're alive. That's always good. Did you think your sister was trying to kill you, or?
I don't know at this point. I think she's having a laugh.
It's family. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. But family, you know.
Yeah, your sister's a bitch.
It's a hell of a laugh.
If she is... If she was being truthful, then I will not see her again.
Why would she send you to like a hag type creature as a laugh?
Retribution.
Okay. I won't pry, it's not my business.
It might be a little bit of overkill, but that is my thought.
If I ever see your sister again, I'm going to rip her head off. Do you understand that?
You know, before she was taken, that is not the first time that I've heard that.
That's a promise. If I ever see your sister again, I'll kill her. She put all of us in danger for a laugh.
That she did.
She set us all up. I hope I see her again. I'll save her head for you. Come on, that was perfect. Good job. Proud of you.
Was she
Does one of
always... Was she always difficult?
We always cause trouble, yes. Not to this extent. But she...
You did earlier, which is where I caught it. I said,
She, obviously angry over the events that have happened, but, our trouble was never malicious. This is... But, again, she stole the guardians from the island, so clearly she is capable of any heinous crime.
So your sister was the one who caused all the problems on Yamari Island?
Yes, she was the mastermind of that.
Wow. That's impressive.
From a certain point of view, I suppose it is. Could only have been done by someone who knew the lay of the land. As clearly she did. Fuck, what's the name of the group? Storm Shadow?
Shaded Thunder.
Shaded Thunder, Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
Are you familiar with this group, Shaded Thunder?
That sounds familiar. I've heard probably another mercenary group.
They seem to be quite widespread and organized, more than I would have thought they would be. But she always did have the most organized collection of palm leaves and various other things that we would collect on our travels. So, how she became leader, I don't know, but am not surprised. I did not think when you were taken by these weave hunters, you became leader of anything. I envisioned a life of horrible servitude.
I think it depends on who the thread hunter is. Are they nice folk, or and it kind of depends on where you end up too. Because
When they take you at night, at knife point, I do not think that is a nice folk.
well, but those are just the people that hunt you, not the people that end up with you in the end.
I will be honest with you, I do not know how it actually works. I just know that they are dangerous and to fight like hell if they show up.
Yeah. Again, it depends on who they're contracted by, though. Some are just there to talk and ask, and if you say no, they move on. Others are... That's why I keep what I can do on the down low.
I have always tried, but we somehow keep showing off unintentionally.
Well, there's strength in numbers. Sometimes it's not good enough, if you're especially rare. But that's why I hang out with Maury.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers. And if you find somebody that cares about you, and Yuri looks to all of you as you're kind of continuing walking, hacking away, you gotta hold on. Don't
You
let it
have
go.
full faith in Mori.
Maury hasn't done me wrong yet.
She looks at Iolite. It's one of those non-verbal communication, like, you think you trust this motherfucker? I mean, there's people that
Yes. He said yeah.
As you're walking through, Eldon, make a perception check.
Oh shit, me. Perception was +4, 15.
15. You hear some chittering off to your left.
Raccoon monkey.
And kind of stopping for a second, you see that creature. What was it? Half
The raccoon monkey.
Half monkey. Up on one of the trees, and it's chittering and like going really fast, making this noise at you. What do you do?
I will cast Speak with Animals again and see what it says.
Okay. As you cast Speak with Animals, you hear it, and it kind of like, not that it's speaking word for word again, but you hear basically getting the gist of look out. As you step forward, and this vine comes shooting out from the side of the road, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Him or everybody?
Just Eldon.
Oh, that's another 15.
You motherfucker, these weren't berries, they were marbles.
They all attack. A whole colony of them just attack me.
You choked 10.
So you, as you're sitting there, you look to the right and you see this vine. You kind of stepped on it. It whipped back and then came shooting out. You dodge out of the way as it shoots across the road. I need everybody else to make dexterity saving throws as around you on each side, the jungle begins to come alive, and we are going to start at the top of the initiative order after I get
Don't
your...
forget your exhaustion.
Ah,
yes.
fuck.
Oh, that would have fucked with. Yeah,
Sorry.
that would have been 13
Be that
apiece then.
person.
Okay, then never mind.
Sorry.
Well, so everybody...
I'd forgotten about
No,
that.
I forgot
You said
about
it was
it.
-2, right?
-2. Wraps around your leg and is going to pull you into
I
the
just got
jungle.
Jumanji'd.
The rest of you, what did you get?
Oh, 13.
Same.
10.
Same.
18.
No.
17.
The two of you are there as you watch Eldon, Ayla, and Iolite like feet out from under them and then start to get pulled into the jungle.
Different directions?
No, all
Same.
towards the right.
Feed me, Themo. Kai audibly just goes, shit.
While the rest of us audibly go. As we get fucking pulled into the goddamn jungle.
It's like it's more annoyed than actual like concern.
God damn it.
Oh, it was because one's like, we're almost home and you just pissed your pants. You couldn't wait 2 more
Yeah.
minutes. This is like,
And Kethra just goes,
I was speaking.
You see, like, them going into the jungle. Kethra, you're actually up first. You are up first.
here we go. Hey guys.
What?
Are you still in there?
I don't know.
Fuck. Alright. What do we do?
Let's go get them.
Alright. Let's go. And she'll head in and try to locate Iolite.
Okay, Iolite first. All right, go ahead and make a perception check. You can hear her being dragged into the... Oh, yeah, I don't know if you want to...
2. So plus 4, that is what? 18 is 22 minus 2 is 20, so 20.
Okay, you see Iolite right with like 10, 15 feet away from you at this point.
I'm gonna reach out and grab her.
Okay. So you're grabbing on to Iolite, so that's going to help with like strength and whatnot. Who's next? Actually, we've got Ayla. You are grappled and being dragged by a thick vine.
I roll my eyes and I misty step next to Kai.
Okay.
Very practical.
The vine gets pulled back, kind of whips out of view. Are you doing anything else?
I think I missed the opportunity. I was going to say if I could use a reaction, but it's too late because I already did that. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you done?
That's, yeah.
All right. So next up we have Kai.
I was gonna hellish rebuke it, but I think I missed my chance.
You can only do reactions on someone else's turn.
If they're with Kethra, so I guess the only other person who needs help, Kai will go to help Eldon.
Eldon? Okay. And what are you doing to... Well, or I'll have you do a perception check to see if you can find him. He's being pulled into the...
Bye-bye.
That's a 2.
Bye-bye.
Hey, yeah, you can hear him being dragged off, but for some reason it might be going fast or he's around a rock. Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else.
See you guys. I'm out of here. I don't fucking deuces.
So you cannot hear as...
Oh, you hear Eldon screaming.
We have Kethra holding on to Iolite for dear life. Ayla, who's misty stepped next to Kai as Kai goes off to try to find Eldon. Next, we have Eldon. You are up.
Can I try to slash at the vine?
You certainly can.
Bite it. Bite it.
That's more Theratrix's thing.
You're just like,
Can Theratrix locate where I am?
You can have make a perception check as you're getting pulled. I mean, he kind of knows the general area of where you're headed, but
Other than that one, nope, you don't
Nope.
see shit.
minus
Yeah.
2. Minus
Minus
2.
2, so negative. Yeah.
Pull 3 cards from the deck.
And you said I make an attack on the vine. On the vine.
yes, you can. I need you to make actually a Constitution saving throw first.
Poison it, yeah.
Those 3 plus 3, 6 minus 2, 4.
You're going to take 7 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Oh, I am poisoned. All right, so you said 7 points. I'm gonna write that down.
Yes.
Okay. 7 points. Can I make my attack or no?
Mm-hmm.
Is it at disadvantage or anything, or is it just a minus 2?
Nope, just minus 2.
7. God damn it!
Oh, no.
That's
Time to switch out those dice.
Yeah,
That's
this is what
3 in a
happened.
row.
Yep.
Is that in that
That's
one?
No, it's a 3 plus 7, but minus 2, so 8.
Okay. You're
So
trying to
he's-
see in the dark. Like, the suns still have not risen yet, so it is dark.
This is what happened last time. I said
Out here.
I went from left to right.
You need a different arrangement. Yeah, you have bad feng shui.
No, at least I know what.
You have bad dice feng shui.
Do you have a second attack?
I do.
Or okay.
do. Because I'm a ranger. Oh, Jesus. That's a 9 plus 7 minus 2, so that's what a 15, 14 total?
That just hits.
Okay. That was with, I should have said that plus 7 was because of the keen sawtooth dagger
Okay.
that I was using, not like a bow or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to roll a d4. I don't use this often, so. I should have got a +1 to that anyways, because of the weapon itself, I forgot. So, that's an extra 1d4 slashing damage. That's 4 plus. What the fuck is that? Oh, 3. 4, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of slashing damage.
11 slashing. All right. So you cut into
Sorry, I don't use that weapon very often, so.
cut into the vine. You can make another con save at the end of your turn if that's all you were doing.
I will move. Theratrix rolled really bad on his perception, so he wouldn't be able to move towards me. He doesn't know where the hell I am.
He can move in the general direction, but in terms of being like where he should be, he won't be able
I guess
to
on
find
my
you.
bonus action, I'll have him try to follow where I'm, my
Okay.
general direction. And then the end of my turn, you said another con
Yep,
save?
con save to try to get
3.
out of it.
10 plus 3 minus 1, 11.
No, you can feel this like burning sensation as the vine has wrapped around you, and these little pinpricks are like sticking into your skin and injecting something into
How
you.
many more?
This was just to see if you could get out of it
Oh,
for
okay.
next time.
Alright.
All right. Next up, we have Iolite. You are grappled. Kethra is there helping, trying to help you, so you would have the help
Okay.
action.
And you're holding like my hands, arms.
I probably grabbed you around the waist and I'm just hanging on to you and I'm like, I'm not gonna let go.
Okay. I'll try using my dagger too then to.
Okay. I forgot you also need to make a Constitution saving throw.
15.
Okay. You are good.
That's with all the math.
All the math.
You can almost like feel your genasi-ness pushing against any poison that's coming through.
Okay, now I'm going to try to attack
The
with the
false self-confidence of
dagger.
this. Help
Of
me
the
with-
cider
help
is
me
getting
with
to
my-
you.
help me with my math.
From gonna have to go back to that farm and get some more of those bottles.
This is also the exhaustion.
We're all gonna be like, okay, Cuba, what's your Venmo?
16, 13.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just barely. As you're swinging, you are all so tired. That
Really
even just
are, though,
making
in
this
real life.
dagger. Yeah, just
It's been sitting in my pocket.
Just so the people who may be watching know, yes, we actually are all that
very,
tired.
very tired.
Knees are weak, arms are heavy.
Yes.
Vomit on the sweater already.
Vines on my
sorry.
sweater.
Anything else you're doing?
Jungle
I don't know if there's anything else I can do.
Vines,
So,
yeah.
no.
Okay. All right. So it is the vine's turn. It is going to pull you another. Well, let me just see.
Perfect
It does
jungle
not
music,
actually
by
have
the
that
way.
far to go. Another 5 feet
That's very
until you
Jumanji.
are pulled up against this like larger greenery. You are, and it's going to constrict you.
It's gonna choke you.
Scrapple and 6, 7, look.
I don't like how
So
your eyebrows rose when you said that.
it starts to
Not my deal.
wrap
Not
around.
Big, fuchsia,
not that
feathery boa.
It starts to wrap around
that
and
one.
squeeze. And you are already grappled. I should have had you take damage at the front, but we'll do it after. We have the next one is on Eldon. Yeah, you were not that far away either. So another 5 feet, and you're up against this thing. Just a larger, clearly where it comes from. Just a
Oh no!
vine.
Like a
Bush
massive
or
vine.
whatever. Yeah.
Vine bush.
A vine bush up against trees, wrapped around. And it is going to constrict you as well. And
Daddy.
one
What?
more.
What? Tighter.
It then, in the, like, surrounding where Iolite
Do I have
is.
to make a roll for that?
No, I just forgot to have you guys take the damage at the start of your turns, because there's so much to fucking read with D&D fucking monsters that I can't fucking stand it. Just want to say. So, yeah, I'm reading a novel and trying to figure out what this fucking monster can do. So, it's going to make... oh, no. So what it is going to do is... around Iolite in a 30-foot radius, suddenly you see all of the leaves and grasses and the ferns, they all start to kind of like fight against you. The rest of you that are around trying to get to them, they're wrapping around your legs. They're making it difficult for you to move, and then they start to crawl up your legs.
Are we next to each other then? Were we pulled in the same direction?
You were pulled in the same direction.
I don't know why I thought in my head we were pulled to like.
Nope, you're all pulled to the right.
So like one collective thing that we're all. sucked
Yeah,
into,
it's kind of large, and it seems like it's wrapped around multiple trees, but you're within range as you both get slammed up against these vines that are wrapped around these trees. Kai and Kethra both need to make strength saving throws as the vines around the feet are trying to wrap around. Yuri is standing at the
Same.
road and has to go. What did you get?
I got a 2. I have a -1, and I have 2 points of exhaustion. So I think I'm in the negative at this point.
So you...
This is on brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vines
better
start
this
wrapping around and then hold you down. You are restrained. Did you also roll a 2?
I did. So that's a 1.
Okay. That's not a nat 1.
Suffer together, bro.
As you go forward, it just kind of like wraps around. You're not like pulled to the ground, but well, you had been pulled up and Kethra was holding on to you. So you were both restrained by these vines on the ground.
Question: how far away are Eldon and Iolite then?
I'm gonna say you are 15 feet away from each other. Asterim's End. Yuri, it is their turn as you're all getting pulled, and it's like, this isn't good. Yuri is going to... Okay. Gonna...
It's like, no fucking shit, Yuri.
They are going to try to run over to let's see. We've got Kethra's already with Ayla, so Yuri's going to try to run over to Eldon. And is going to Misty Step and... Oh, no. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to run over to the edge, looking at you, Eldon, and they're going to cast Freedom of Movement on you. They kind of, like, shift a little bit, almost like they're moving in and out of time very quickly. And you have Freedom of Movement, which will allow you to break that grapple on your next turn.
Does that give me extra movement also on top of that, or I don't know the spell itself?
It means that you can't be stuck.
Difficult
5 feet of moment.
And you just use 5 feet.
How long does it last? An hour?
Less than an hour.
An hour after it's been caused.
So technically it's touch, so they have to get to you, which they will. They're going to try to. They actually have to get to you to touch you first. Yep. Nope, they don't.
Oh,
so they're
shit.
running and look at the ground and then try to like dash across, and they also just get stuck on with their legs. Not dashing as in using their movement to dash, but because that happened and they know that this is a touch spell, they're gonna just like, Misty Step and appear right next to you.
Hello.
But that's the end of their turn. That's all they can do.
I know, right?
Like, I'll get you out of here. Okay, we've got top of the round, I believe. Kethra. You are holding on to Iolite, but you are also restrained. Which means that you really can't do much
Sure, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do.
except to try to get out of that. Your speed is 0. Attack rolls have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage. And I might have been wrong about grappled not having disadvantage. No, they don't, right? No. It's restrained where you have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dex saves. Nice. So, to get out of this, it is an action to try to break free of all of these little vines that are grabbing around you.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. -2 for exhaustion, 17.
Okay, yeah, you rip your feet up out of the ground, and you are free from these entangling vines.
She's like, you bitch! I have nothing left to do. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, Ayla, what are you doing?
Iolite, you will not let this salad get the fucking best of you. And you feel this wave of fucking inspiration
Make my
come
dinner
over
a
you.
lot harder tonight.
Who's grappled? You.
Eldon,
broke
an
Alistair's.
Iolite, Kai is restrained.
Then I cast Bless on the 3 of them.
Okay, there you go.
And that's +2 to
Yeah, to D4.
D4, sorry.
D4 to saves and attack rolls.
All right, so you have to move off the road in order to be able to see them, but because everything, so you're not on the path anymore to be able to do that.
Okay.
But you're not in the radius, because in order for it to be 30 feet, it's actually 15. So anyway, is that all you're doing?
That's all I can do.
Okay, so Isla's standing off on the edge, speaking pretty words. We've got Kai up next, who are restrained, as you have attempted to try to get to Eldon, who you can see now.
Kai will cast Freedom of Movement on himself.
Do we all have this spell? Come on.
No.
Well, I can only cast it on myself because I'm a warlock. And he will make his way. Who's closer?
I would say Eldon, because you were looking for him.
He'll make his way towards Eldon.
Eldon would definitely be like, get Iolite! Get Iolite!
Yuri's like,
like,
she's all right.
Kethra, I got her.
Catherine's got her. It's gonna be. We're gonna work on you.
She needs her space,
as
bro.
He's being constricted.
She needs her space.
You're smothering me.
You're like those kids at the mall that walk around hugging their girlfriend. Like, do you ever see that?
Oh my
You ever
God.
see that? Like they're just like
They waddle behind.
they're
them.
waddling
Yeah.
behind them.
I take personal offense to
Hands in their
that.
pockets.
She is
yeah.
not his girlfriend.
That is not something he would do.
I'll say that's the side bitch right there. Sorry.
God damn.
It's like, calm down, son. Calm down.
That's a real
Do you get
pride.
anything else, Kai? Or
Like an hour.
We were doing,
real
trying
good.
so hard for a little louder.
Real good.
is that all you got?
That's all I can do.
Okay, you are all working on fumes. Next up, we have it is Eldon. You are going to take 5 points of poison damage because you are stuck.
My turn?
Yes.
Constricted, is that a condition?
No,
So can I still move and make an attack?
you're grappled,
So
so you can't move, but you can attack.
I can make an attack.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. And it's still.
Not at disadvantage.
I will cast as a bonus action on myself serpent strike.
Okay.
Zephyr strike. I get advantage on the attack, and it'll do extra damage.
Okay.
15 plus 7.
That hits.
Dagger. It's D4 plus 4. Well, 2D4 technically plus 4. Oh, you have to D8 of force damage. Thank you. I would have forgotten about that. So this one. 2, 4, 8, 12 points of damage. Four of that is force damage if it matters.
Okay. 12 points. Force, and the rest is what?
Just slashing.
Slashing. Piercing, slashing.
Yeah, well, the dagger for some reason says piercing, but...
Okay.
Oh no, it says slashing. What the hell?
It should do
says
1d4
both.
of piercing, 1d4 of slashing.
Okay, yeah. That's
All
right.
right.
That's why it has both.
Okay. Anything else that you are doing?
Nope, I can't move, so that's it.
Okay. You're like getting pulled. You can make the saving throw again. So Constitution saving throw to try to not be poisoned.
Add your D4, motherfucker.
How much? 5, 3 plus 3. Yeah. No, 6.
Okay. Yeah. No, you can still feel it
Add your
burning
D4,
through.
motherfucker.
Fucking drinks in my system. I can do
Okay.
math really, really fast. I feel.
You really are.
Or everything else was really slow. I don't know.
All right, Iolite, you were able to shrug off
How many
the.
points was that? I'm sorry.
It was 5. 5 points of
Was that at
poison.
the beginning, or did I get 5 more?
Oh no, it wasn't damage.
Oh, the
you
con
just
save
didn't
was
succeed.
to
Yeah,
see if I
yeah,
make the
yeah.
break of it.
Just gotta get you out now.
We just gotta get you
Iolite,
out.
you are not poisoned, but you are grappled, I believe, still.
I am going to look down at my leather armor and touch the shoulder, and a rune is going to light up gold, and I will turn into a puff of sand
Oh.
and just float 10 feet away.
Okay. So
That's
Whoa.
cool.
it's golden sand that appears and then
We have not
moves
seen
10
that, right?
feet away.
No, that was from like when we got runic things we could put in things. I haven't had an occasion for it yet.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So you just appear. Do you appear yet, or you appear on the next turn? Right.
I am still sand.
You are still sand. So you just see sand floating.
still sand.
That's an episode title. Still said.
I am still sand.
I'm sand until my next turn. Yeah.
Okay. So just sand, like you see her like turn into a little flecks of sand at like a almost like a sandstorm that just appears, but in a bit much more condensed form. And if it was anyone else, it would be very freaky. But This is Iolite, and she's an Earth
You're
Genasi.
gonna hear Kethra go.
She's at it
You're
again.
gonna hear
I don't
Kethra go.
feel so good,
That
Mr. Stark.
fits. Kevin's gonna go, this fits.
Yeah, some reason distracts.
As an Earth Genasi, not out of the realm of possibility.
You're gonna go,
Maybe.
she turned to dust. That's cool.
The only one who doesn't have a way to get out of it.
Okay, so then it is the
Misses
vine. So the vine is like constricting against nothing in the moment that you are no longer there, and it is going to make a vine whip attack against Kethra because you are there.
You bastard.
Oh, man. That's my girl.
That's an 11 to hit,
No, it doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
and it's going to try one more time. And that's a 9 to hit.
Nope.
So even though you're on the ground, you're like somehow it's very distracted by the fact that it just lost all the
Stupid
stuff.
ass.
For Eldon, however, you are right where it wants you, and so
He's all bondaged up.
you're gonna take
Don't worry, it's not one either.
7 points of bludgeoning
I was
damage.
Real worried. 7?
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, I was talking bondage. Just bondage talk.
That's all.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Sticks and stones may break my
And
bones.
it's going
but
to
Chains really fucking hurt.
it's going to attack Yuri, who's trying to help you, and that is a 19 to hit Yuri, and then a nat 1 to hit Kai.
A deck of many fuck ups.
Let's see what happens with the deck of many fuck-ups. As this, I don't know if it's going to be relevant because this is a plant, but we'll see what happens.
It loses its pants.
Oh, okay. The AC of the creature is reduced by, that's an 8.
Wow.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
Was that a
reduced by
shame
8.
thing, or what was that?
Something slips. Your AC is reduced by 1d8 for 1d4 rounds. So it's reduced by 8
All right,
for
let's fuck this
1
planet.
round,
Oh.
which is pretty a lot. That's a very
So
low
confuddled.
AC.
About it.
But it does do 13 points of bludgeoning damage to Yuri,
It's a thick vine.
Poor Yuri.
and Yuri is grappled.
It's one of them anime vines.
And
God, this is so bad.
which he does not.
Trying so hard.
So Yuri,
Trying to be adult.
13.
I'm not trying.
You hear Yuri just goes
I'm
like,
just hanging on.
they get wrapped up in these vines, and then you can see the little pinpricks and like little bits of blood that are coming out of their skin. But they've kind of like reached out to you, Eldon. So it is their turn, and they're gonna look at you and be like, "Help!" and then cast Freedom of Movement on you. And that is all that they're gonna be able to do because they don't have any more additional things that they can do, and they are stuck. Top of the round. Kethra, you are restrained.
I'm still restrained. Again? Damn.
I don't think you got out of it, unless I'm.
I think I did.
I thought you did.
I think I did.
Oh, did you?
You did,
Yeah,
but
I
Kai
did.
didn't, or something like that.
Okay, then you're good.
I think I rolled like an 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
did.
So I
Yes,
think
you
I
rolled a
got
17 or an 18. Yes.
got
Okay.
out of it. So how close am I to Eldon?
I'm gonna say like 15 feet.
I'm gonna move as close as I can to him, but not to piss him off, but also just go, here you go, and cast protection for poison on him, so all the poison is reversed.
Oh,
And you also have, so poison, you neutralize the poison, and you also have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, and it has resistance to poison damage.
excellent. Thank you.
You're
Very
getting
nice.
fucked up with that stuff. Then you're gonna take her last 15 feet and go fucking backwards. You go, whoop, bye.
Good luck, buddy.
And just back up.
Tunes.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Ayla, what are you up to?
I am going to do something dumb. And I am going to cast Fear at 3rd level with an all expended 3rd level slots.
I'm gonna recommend that you not do that because it's a plant.
She You
You
did
can
say
scare the plant.
I was gonna scare the because
Why
it
did
would
you scare a
have
plant?
because it would have to if it became afraid it would have to drop everybody it's
I
holding.
don't know if you can scare a plant.
it's only me.
Yeah.
At
I bet
point-
you I can go out there with a chainsaw and scare a lot of plants.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, like, typically, yeah, they're immune to being frightened.
Plants?
Yes.
Dude,
A
They should
vine-
be
Are you
afraid
really
of
surprised
people.
by that?
They
It's
I
a
mean,
plant.
they
It
don't
can't
have
run
higher
away.
thought.
If it was like
Doesn't need to run
a,
away. It can be afraid. I guarantee you plants are afraid of shit.
if
have
it was like a
feelings.
blight, or like a walking creature, or something that was also made of plants, perhaps. But this is just a plant that is trying to eat, and it's a vine, and it's.
I was gonna put the fear.
I'm just
in God.
letting you
You think
know,
your
so that
grass
and
is-
yell
not-
at a plant and it gets visibly scared, then Izzy will.
Do you is you when you start up your lawnmower? Does
You
your-
don't think the
does your
grass quivers?
No.
Yeah, it does. It remembers.
So
it knows
just,
every time.
just so
Screams a
just so that
little.
you don't waste your spell slot, a vine is not going to be frightened by you.
Does it murmur?
Well, I wasn't gonna
it
do the
says, "Call me
vine. I was
Daddy."
gonna do the bulb that the vines are coming out of.
No, it
There's
doesn't.
got to be a brain in there.
I'll tell you
Plant
up
brain.
above the table, immune to being frightened. Immune.
And she's being nice about this.
Fuck.
She said to say it like 3
Your
times
wife
so
is
far.
generous.
Yeah.
Well, I feel Ayla would know that a vine cannot be frightened. So
I can
Cuba
see on
does it.
Cuba's face. I can see on your
Wiser than
face.
I am.
I can see how on your face.
He's so mad.
He's so disappointed.
I mean, it's right here, but also it's a vine.
I was thinking like, oh, I'm like if I succeed
Nope.
here, it's gonna be like, and it's just gonna drop everybody.
But it's not gonna gasp
No,
or
but
anything.
like it would retract. It's like it can't run away, but it can bring all its vines in, and then like a leaf it can cover up
No,
and shit.
it's got you. It's got you all right where it wants you. It's doing just fine as far as it's concerned.
They don't think.
Yeah, it's doing just fine.
You don't think.
To be fair, you did say you were going to do something stupid. So.
We knew going into this. It was not.
So what do
All
you
right.
got as a backup plan?
Well,
readjust that horn and pick something else.
can I see where
Right now, Eldon.
he's grappled?
Right now, Eldon is grappled up against the tree where, like, it looks like the vine makes its home around this, like, little cluster of trees. It also has Yuri now, who is also grappled up. Kai is like stuck on the ground trying to pull his legs out of the area. You see sand floating in the air.
No, because he cast freedom of movement.
Oh, freedom of okay. So his legs are
And
being free.
Eldon has freedom of movement from Yuri.
Yeah. And then
So really
Kethra's
it's Yuri
zipped
who's the
herself
one in
back
trouble.
out of the way.
Then I'm going to shoot a firebolt at the vine holding Yuri.
Okay. That you can do.
5
You
plus 7.
Minus two.
-2.
That was already a -2
Oh,
to that.
yeah.
So
And
12.
doesn't it have -8 to its AC?
It does.
did I hit it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Oh, 14 fire damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Poor
Okay, yeah, you
Ferretrix is
see
At the
the
edge of the woods, like, where did everybody go?
Guys.
you see that this plant, the fire damage, it actually crackles around, and does more damage than you were expecting.
At least we know to hit it
She
with fire
nods.
now.
She puts her hands on her thighs and just goes. This is one of those.
Okay, next up we have Kai.
Kai will make his way over to Yuri and attempt to cut him free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a yeah or
That's a yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was a
yeah?
I thought it was a positive. Also.
16?
Ah, that's good.
That hits especially because it's -8
Oh, that's right. It has
for
the
this round.
-8. Oh. I rolled a 1. 5 points of slashing damage for the
Okay.
first attack. Second attack. 10 minus 2, 8, 15 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Another 1. Another 5.
Oh.
Boo.
Sorry, we're getting them out of the way early.
Yep.
That's all.
And
Early.
Yuri's
We
just
started an hour late.
I know.
Trying to be
And
positive.
next up we have Oh, whoever's on there. I'm sure you have it up there, right?
Oh,
Here?
Eldon.
Oh, me.
After who? Kai? Yeah.
Me. All right, I will also use my dagger to try to attack the same vine. If I see Kai doing it and I have freedom of movement, I'll move to the vine and I'll try to
Okay.
do the same.
So you kind of like slip out of the vine and then shift yourself over. Oh, you are also poisoned, so you take a. Oh no, wait,
No,
you
I'm not
utilize the
poisoned
poison.
anymore. Yep.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Nice.
Oh, the shit, that was a nat 20. Nice.
Woo!
Pat, you missed my nat 20, Pat.
Oh.
Because I left.
I know. I always do this to confirm. See, Julie, look, nat 20, see? I always do that.
So
Someone
proud.
has to say
I
it.
am. Whenever Pat is here, I'm like, look. So that's that. So I double the dice, I believe.
Indeed.
The total amount of dice.
Not to be a stickler, but does the nat 20 count when there's a -2 to it for exhaustion?
Oh,
It
It's
does.
Still a net 20.
It's still a nat 20, yeah.
Pat, I'm stealing one of your d4s.
I'm sure he won't mind.
If he heard you.
If my hand would pick it up. Do you need to know the breakdown of slashing versus piercing? Does it matter?
No.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of slashing or piercing damage.
Okay.
And then for my second attack,
Mm-hmm.
the Yuri's still stuck.
Yes.
That's 14 plus 7 minus 2.
That hits.
I need 2 this time. Oh shit, nice. 12 points of slashing damage. I hit max on both of those.
Nice.
All right.
12 points of slashing or piercing damage.
Okay. All right. You're kind of hacking away at this and staying close to Yuri or moving away. They're still stuck.
Staying close as a bonus. Now, does Theratrix, would he know where
Yeah,
we are at this
Theratrix
point?
can see you all at this point.
And how far away? Like, is he within?
He's within
40
getting
feet.
to you, yeah.
I will have him swoop in, and he'll breathe some fire on this fucking thing. I can do that as a bonus action.
What are you doing breath weapon? Because that's going to get everybody. It's everything within.
No, then yeah, you're right. Because it's
Yeah.
a 10-foot cone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cone.
I'll have him do his magical.
Change
burn all of us.
directions. Instead of this
Yuri
way,
is
he could do it this
wrapped
way.
around with the vine, so they technically are in the same space. So,
He's got magical bite. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Plus 3 plus 4. Proficiency bonus is 3, so it's plus 6.
okay, next up is.
He has the -2 also, right?
I don't know if he does, because he doesn't need to sleep.
Either way, it was a 14.
Yeah, yeah, no. Up until, like, right now, the AC of this creature is like a 6 or 5.
Oh.
Oh, fantastic.
10 plus proficiency. I keep having to check it. 13 points of bite damage. 6 of that is magical, if that matters.
Okay.
His essence right now
6
is
of those
fire.
points
I don't
glitter.
know if that matters with the
I can say
magical
I'm
bite,
gonna
to
use
be
this
honest.
before I roll it.
No,
I will
you
look
just
very
it after.
quickly.
Actually, so Theratrix is all that you needed. So it like
Oh,
he
okay.
Oh, sweet.
bites down on it. You can hear the sizzling, and he like snaps the vine, freeing Yuri. And the vine, like you could, if in an anime it would do a squeal, but it does not squeal. But it is like it moves itself out of the way. The larger creature is still there, but Yuri is out, and you're all free. So what are you doing?
Run away!
Yeah, Eldon would try to grab Yuri and hightail it the hell out of there.
Okay, Iolite, you float 10 feet away, and then at the start of your turn, or does it say
Yeah.
start or end of your turn, you
It
come back?
says revert back at the end of turn. Oh, actually, so I guess I would have already turned back. Or it says revert back at the end of your turn.
Oh, yeah, okay, so
I
you
guess
float
I
and
floated
you
away and I was
appeared. You're good. Everybody's good. You get out from this vine, but you can see it starting to snake its way. Like you are not out of its territory. So, You must run.
Double time, everyone.
Shoot
Move.
a
Chop, chop.
firebolt back at like the tree trunk as we run.
Yep, you can. So you run through.
Gotta get the last word in.
Ooh.
You run through.
I don't know if its AC is still really low. Maybe I hit it, but
No, it's back to.
never
back
mind.
to
I didn't
normal.
hit it.
Okay. But you just turn around, throw a firebolt in its direction, and then
hit the
are
monkey with
running.
the
Are you blessed?
I'm not. No.
Oh, I kept on forgetting about that.
I forgot
Goddamn.
about blessed too.
I only have first level spells available, so I only do 3 people.
I'm gonna have everybody make a Constitution. I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a Strength check.
No, that's even worse.
Strength check. As you are running to try to get out of the
Bardic
ring.
for that, or is it Bardic gone already?
You can use that.
Oh, we're blessed, right?
And I'm blessed.
Why?
Yeah,
Check.
just not. Yeah,
No,
just
it doesn't work on checks.
It
That
doesn't.
doesn't work on-
Are you sure?
Hold on, let me just try it out.
Attack rolls.
You know what? I think I'm gonna do
Saving
this
throws.
because 13. It's been a shitty day. That was a shitty roll. We're gonna try that one again.
All right.
That's worse, but okay. We're just gonna go with it.
Who
These
got
exhaustion levels are killing me.
Yeah.
who got below a 12?
Not
Oh
a 12.
damn.
Hold on.
We're back to the beginning.
13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 14, 13. 13.
Iolite, you're good.
All
The
over
rest
the
of you
place.
get another point of exhaustion from
Oh,
running.
thank God.
Jesus.
And your everybody with 3 points, your movement is reduced by 5.
With
Ugh.
3 exhaustion points?
Yep, that's me.
As you run through ducking, weaving, hacking, slashing, and following the lights as best you can out of the jungle, Theratrix guiding you. Yuri got some sleep, so they're just kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry, and try to like help along. They do, as you run at one point, just say, is there anybody who's like particularly bad? Because I can dimension Doris good at least 500 feet ahead of the group if anybody needs to get back. You're all okay?
I won't say no. So yeah, Kethra would say, I won't say no.
I can take Kethra up ahead.
Take Kethra.
Do it.
Go.
Go ahead.
All right. So Yuri comes over and is like, I need to hug you to do it. Is that all right?
Don't get fresh and you'll be fine.
You don't have to worry about that. Grabs on. You appear 500 feet ahead and making your way out of the jungle towards the city. As the woven fates make their way to the front gates or side gate of the city, and the guards kind of stop you for a moment, but seeing the state you're in and realizing that you are
Go ahead.
you're not monsters.
Not worth it. Ugh.
As you enter, you do hear a call out from one of the guards to a guard up on the wall, and you start to hear the sound of arrows flying out into the jungle, but they close the gate behind you. So something had been stalking you on your way in.
I haven't looked back. Fuck it.
But it
Sounds
is
like someone else's problem.
the suns are rising at this point. The city is quiet, but things are starting to get moving as you head to the harbor.
Did we even book a hotel room?
No.
Okay. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
So you head,
Hotel, like...
Like, there's a risk.
Is the
Like, yeah,
Marriott
just-
full?
as you head over to the harbor and the working your way through the city, much different, lots of different folks around. There are moments where I would say those of you who are not familiar with like Yuan Ti, so definitely Eldon's fine, but the rest of you seeing glowing eyes with slits for irises is a little bit disconcerting in the
See that in the mirror every day.
Attached to scaly snake-like folk. It's just a little bit different, but nobody accosts anybody. They're just working their way through. As you, again, safety in numbers, head to the dock.
Are
When-
those the Yuan teas? Just howling in the night.
No, snakes don't howl. That would be weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I bit into those two and then I bit into them both at once. I bit into both of those mints at once. And I'm fighting,
You do one.
I'm fighting for my fucking life right now.
Why did you
I had to
have
take a
two
second
then
and like
fight them
pull
at
this
the
down. I
same
was like,
time?
I also have a geographic tongue, so it's got like cuts and slits into it and whatnot. And I am like, shouldn't have done
I should have
that.
given you some instructions, I guess, beforehand.
Can't leave me to my own ends.
Struggling over there?
It fucking, my tongue is on fire.
Oh, from the ginger
He
thing?
had two ginger mints.
And I bit them both at the same time to see what would happen, and I regret it.
You learned. Looked around and
Did-
found
did
out.
he?
Certainly.
Everything.
Did he? We only find out if it's offered again. If you learn.
Oh, I'll take another one. But I won't bite into it like that.
You approach the harbor and the tally ho, which is very busy. Lots of folks moving around. A harbor is rarely quiet for long. And you can see that your companions, Maury and the Astrom's End, are already on the boat. You can just see like they're kind of walking around, people getting ready, and the captain sees you from up top and says, "All right, we're going to be ready to cast off." Wow, you look not
Like
great.
shit.
Yes. Yeah,
You
you.
can just be honest.
I will be honest, you look like shit. You don't look like you slept.
Not a wink.
Sleeping is for amateurs.
That's all I want to do right now.
Well, come on up onto the boat. We're leaving very soon. Give it an hour or two.
Good, let's leave this hellhole behind us.
Fuck this island.
Yeah, and fuck your sister in particular.
He ran into family, huh?
Not exactly.
No.
Her sister's just a bitch.
Oh. Well, I can understand that.
On sight. This is what Catherine's gonna look at Ayla and go, on sight.
She goes up the ramp and goes right to the galley to the rum closet.
Okay.
Is there a rum closet?
There is now.
Establish that.
It is now. I just made a game with it.
There is a
Looking for 4 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, right.
full
Oh, yeah.
closet full of rum. Hey, she's got a vice with how she deals with life. And if it costs another point, it's going to cost another point.
You gotta commit to it. I like it.
There's no therapists in this world.
The only one we have is Theratrix. Theratrix, the therapist.
Ooh, I don't like
She
that
doesn't
guy,
like
so
that.
no, we're not, yeah.
You don't want your shrink to be a dragon?
Skipping that doctor.
Speaking of,
Get a little notepad and push his little glasses down onto his snout.
So tell me, why are you such a bitch?
the captain lets you know that you can summon Theratrix back out when you're out to sea. I kind of like having him around. I'll tell people about him, and folks can believe me because we got the whole crew who's seen him. We picked up a couple of extra folks that want to make their way to Aporia, so I'll be known as the captain of the Tally-Ho with a dragon, defending everyone on board. Gonna make a name for myself.
Yes, well, have you had a conversation with him? Because they're never fun.
No. But I might take you up on that. If it's all right.
He makes his own decisions. You can ask him.
All right, maybe I will. All right, go get some rest.
You don't have to tell me twice. You just see Kethra head for the bedroom and go, "You can join me, Kai, but don't get fresh."
Oh, we all share one room?
Yeah, she's like, "You can join me," and he's like, "But don't get fucking fresh."
Callie sees when you popped in to get the rum. Sorry, Amber. Is like, wow, you look pretty bad. Do you want any of the jug juice?
I'll just stick with this for now.
All right.
I need to go to sleep.
Your reaction that fucking made that. You're like, oh.
Come on down, give me a squeeze, and I'll get you some.
Succulent jug juice.
Christ.
Izzy, I'm trying so hard.
No.
Trying so hard for what? to do what? To not do what?
Be good.
Go get some sleep so you don't look so shitty. I don't like seeing you like this. It ruins my perception of you as a famous, beautiful dancer.
The beauty is still there. It's just under some mud.
Go to sleep. Come back when you look better. Good night.
My eyes burn with more redness, but you can't see it because they're already orange and yellow.
So you cast off, leaving.
Tissue.
Stop it.
Thought I heard the crinkle of a snack wrapper.
That's actually what alerted me too. I was like, "Snacks."
Candy. You cast off, leaving the Isle of Mantos behind, and headed out into the green tides. Land is not going to be somewhere you go for quite some time, you are told. You're on the water for a few weeks. You'll probably stock up as other merchant or travel ships pass by, and during the night, during the day, and catch up with each other, but you've got a ways to go.
Thought we were close. Thought we were like in Aporia.
Who's Iolite saying that to?
I'm saying it to you.
Oh. Well, the captain's like, sorry, you were wrong. We're nowhere near it.
Oh.
We got at least another 20, 30 days.
Okay.
I hope you don't get seasick. I already rolled for your entire travel. And so,
You fucked.
I
And I
will
got
say,
betters.
the first night that you are back, letting you settle in, Fernilly is going to come rapping on your chamber door, and peek her head in and look for Iolite. And as you're all exhausted, she just leans in. Hey, I don't want to. Wow, you guys look real bad. I don't.
Stop saying that.
It's the first time I'm saying it. Sorry. Yuri told us, but damn.
Polish the
We genuinely look
The
like
necklace?
shit. Ayla. Okay.
shining the blue jewel on it. I'm like, why isn't this fucking working?
You look beautiful, but also not at all. Ayla, you have a second? I don't want to keep you from sleep, so I'll make it quick.
Yeah, sure.
So she just goes around the corner here, and she looks at you. You can see she looks really put together, especially compared. It's like one of those moments where you're looking at someone and you're like, wow, I look like shit compared to this person right now.
She's like shimmering with
Yeah,
frost
it's
and
like
like,
glitter, and
beautiful.
as she's speaking, and she,
Filth all over me.
yeah, she's like, so I real quick while we were out in the city, I remembered you saying that you wished that you could, do a little bit more when Desi has his attacks, his like panic attacks.
Yeah.
So I got you these. She reaches into a little pouch that she carries and pulls out these 4 spell sticks that you are familiar with what these are. You have to be able to break them and then it casts a spell. And she says, I found these in the city. They're calm emotions. It's a low-level magic, pretty much, but it'll work. It works with him. And so you can have them. Just
Really?
keep them on you. Yeah, you just snap them, and I'm sure you know how spell sticks work, but... But yeah, I just wanted to give you the opportunity, because I don't know how inherent magic is. You know, everybody learns it a little differently, and we might not have time to study together, but this might help you.
She's like so exhausted that her eyes kind of like well up a little, and she just like they're not on this like level, but she's just gonna like hug her.
She gives you a hug. She's like, oh, kind of rubs your back a little bit gently. Like, you're tired.
you.
It's okay.
he's really means a lot to me.
Yeah, he was really worried. She leans back and looks at you, wipes a little bit of
Don't
dirt
tell
off
him
your...
I look like this.
Never.
Please,
No,
tell
never.
him I look good.
I mean, I'm sure has seen you
I don't
look
know
a
if
lot
he's seen
worse.
me look.
Didn't
No, I
you
don't know. if
grow
he
up
has.
together? Weren't you like
Yeah,
11
but-
years old together?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
still. I don't think I cared then.
All right. I mean, I don't go around going back and be like, whoa, the Iolite looked like fucking dog shit tonight. Okay.
Fucking ouch.
You should have seen her.
Check that out.
Please don't.
I would-
That's Zix, right?
Yeah.
You see them when they walk by? Holy shit!
I would not hit that.
Would
Not today.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Would not hit that. Totally
Okay.
would.
He's worried about you. He wants to see you. I told him tomorrow because I had been told. Yuri let us know. And so he's not going to bother you all tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime.
Yeah. You're really nice.
Oh, thanks. You are too.
Thanks for being so nice to him.
He's so easy to be nice to.
I know. How nice are you to him?
I mean, pretty nice. Is there a scale I'm supposed to know about?
No, I'm just joking around. Good night.
Good night.
She drops them and has to pick them up again and goes back to bed.
Be careful. Okay. Good night. And you are on the boat. I had rolled that you left burdens. I actually wasn't sure if you were going to leave burdens. You left Mantos Island on burdens 2. I was not sure if you would leave on 1 or 2. You left on 2. So I rolled that 2 to 5. Beautiful weather. Nothing happens. It is just quiet. I will say that what was his name? Asire, the one with the necklace, when you first got on the boat, he was looking real panicky. He'd been there like in one place for a little longer. Then it seems like he's used to staying in one place. So he just looked a little anxious. But as you cast off, especially you're kind of like going back the way you came, that first day or so, you saw him out the front, like paying attention to where, you come into the harbor, you have to go right back out the way that you came in. So there was a little panic, but then he's been, over the course of a few days, calmed down. Any particular things anybody wants to talk about, or with someone, or a scene that you want to?
Some evening, probably not the first evening, but maybe after they've recovered a little bit, Iolite is going to find Eldon one night. She assumes he's out there still at night.
Would be easy enough, I would assume.
Deck.
Every night. Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's see what the weather is first.
Oh, good. I hope it's a monsoon.
I was actually going to ask, like, at what point do we cross that latitude where the weather goes from tropical, subtropical to getting colder?
I'm gonna say it doesn't really work that way, and I just decided that the islands are
In a
are
tropical
nice.
Well,
bubble.
on your
Yeah.
map, anyways, they're still up north.
Yeah, it's a little north. It's gonna be. It's gonna
Well, I
be.
mean, closer to like what the equator would be.
Yeah. But even then, my map is not very
Oh.
good in that way. So it's just really nice on the islands. I would say you probably have like 10, like 7 to 8 days before it will start to feel cooler. It is clear as fuck. Nothing. It is a beautiful, clear night.
As fuck.
It's not too cold. There's always a breeze on the ocean, and it just smells of sea spray and whatever the cook is cooking for tomorrow morning, getting it ready, just kind of wafting up. Sea.
Is he just like sitting?
Yeah, he's just
Next
doing his
summer.
normal writing.
She'll kind of like plop down next to him. So, you're gonna be home soon.
Yeah, we've got some time.
Well, next stop though.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Well, first we'll hit Dahlem, which is where I left from, and then we travel north some ways. But nervous. It'll be nice to see home again. It's only been a couple months, but it feels like it's been a lifetime somehow. If that makes sense.
I get that. It's been an eventful couple of months.
Yeah. I'm certainly not the same person I was when I left.
No, me neither. I talked to Theratrix. He said you have a mission.
Yeah, so he said the same to me.
Do you know what your mission is yet?
I don't even think he knows. I think it's...
He told me you would know.
Oh,
When you would know. You'd know when you'd know.
well, if I know when I know, now isn't the time, I don't know. But I do know that Master Andrax is in trouble. And he needs me to do something.
Yeah.
So I'll do what I have to. Just not really sure exactly what that is yet. It's strange talking to Theratrix sometimes. It's like he's a... Theratrix isn't around. He'd be doing circles or whatever.
Yeah, nice.
Leans
He's like,
in. I'm always
I
here.
hear you, motherfucker.
Sometimes talking to Theratrix is like talking to an extremely wise child somehow. It's like he seems to know more than all of us, but not how to apply it, I suppose. It's confusing and difficult.
It's like he has the outline, but not the...
Yeah. How's it feel for you to be... I think this is the farthest away from home you've been. Right?
Yeah.
Does it feel any different?
I guess I'm not sure what home is anymore. Because my parents feel like home, but Erith, where I grew up, never really felt like a place I wanted to be. And then the assembly did feel like home, but it's gone. So I guess I'm maybe a little homesick for something that doesn't really exist. So I don't know, whatever that means.
We've all been together for a while, so we could be your home, as silly as that sounds.
It's not silly. I think between you guys and Desi, this is the closest I will feel to home.
How's he been? Last time I saw him, he wasn't in great shape.
He seems to be doing better. And Fernilli gave me some help, so I can hopefully help him out too.
Oh. How so?
Some spell sticks. So hopefully, if he has any more of those episodes, I could do something about it. We don't have to have her there all the time.
Yeah, they seem pretty close, I suppose. Right?
Yeah, why? What have you seen?
Sorry. Nothing. Nothing at all. I just, by the way, their whole group seems pretty close, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.
She's nice too. I'm glad that we have her to help him.
Yeah.
Have you tried having Kethra, take a look in your... She points at his head. For, not to change the subject back to you, but
He's getting real self-conscious about his scale suddenly.
Not
my
those.
world.
Here, she's a great hairdresser.
It's true. It's true.
Sorry,
True.
hairstylist.
Kethra, look at your brain.
No, yeah, she sometimes, she did that to me, and then she has some things to say, and sometimes they're scary, but they're sort of helpful.
Her prophecies?
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried once. Didn't
work?
I think there's something between me and Theratrix and her trying to read it that makes it more difficult. I don't know. I suppose I could ask her again. It just hasn't really come up.
Maybe you should. I think she's gotten better at it, too.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just afraid of what I'll hear.
I get that.
Since we're heading that way.
Yeah. Yeah, mine were pretty cryptic and scary and not really that helpful, but, maybe eventually they'll make sense.
Yeah. Like you said, she's gotten better at it, so.
True.
Maybe I'll ask her soon, he says, not really meaning.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
No. So I read your poems.
Super blushy. Super blushy. Yeah? What did you think? Should I send him with the rest? Should I burn him
No.
and send him?
Of course not. First of all, I put them somewhere, so you can't do that.
Oh.
And they're beautiful. Really beautiful.
Well, thank you.
No offense, but I was really surprised how beautiful they are. Did you really mean all that?
Yeah. Yeah. And writing things like that isn't so difficult when you have the right material, I suppose you could say. The right feeling.
And those things you said about me? You meant all that?
Every single word. If you don't want them, I totally understand.
No, I want them. I'm not giving them back.
Fair.
I wish that the way you saw me was the way everyone else did. And maybe the way I did.
Sometimes I think it's hard to see ourselves as others see us. But you really want the entire world to love you? Is that what you're saying?
As a child that it seemed like the entire world hated, yeah, I wouldn't complain.
Again, fair.
Wouldn't complain about
All
it.
right.
I wouldn't mind being like Ayla for a day, maybe. Just to see what it's like.
I think being universally adored would be nice, but It's probably its own burden after a while.
Maybe.
She carries it well.
When you bring her up, you turn that way. She's out with the night crew as they're all dancing and singing and drinking to sea shanties. And she's totally doing one of those Russian doll kick dances with another crew member.
Thriving.
Flourishing, thriving,
Just
moisturized.
living a life.
Hey!
Yeah, she's really suffering over there with all.
She carries it well.
She's built for it, I think. And what you said about me not being broken was very nice. A very nice sentiment. And she's like going to start like taking off her scarf.
Oh, my.
Yeah, she takes off like the scarf that she has on, her pauldron, and the scarf, and her gloves. And you will see, because you have not seen her without that stuff since like when they all were in the baths, I guess, which was like a very long time ago. And with the crack that she has is like significantly worse than the last time you saw it. Like you could see that it had gone up her neck, but it is also just like deeper and harsher and kind of comes across here a bit. And her hands also have these sort of like, they're very like thin kind of like hairline, but you can see that light. There's like just the faintest kind of like light also kind of in there too, but it just sort of looks like spider webs
Like
almost.
fissures.
Yeah, not like open like this is. So, I mean, in the literal sense, I am broken. And I don't know. I mean, I hope that maybe once I have more of the shards and I will be stronger and this will be it, you know? For me, it won't get any worse. But this all happened before we even left Yamari. And things have seemed to be getting worse. A lot worse since then. And, you know, just from like the stuff Kethra said, I'm just trying to be like realistic here. You know, our fates are all tied together. Our stories are. But we don't really know if like all of our stories have a happy ending and all of our destinies are going to give us a happy ever after, I guess. Not to be morbid about it, of course, but I guess you have a destiny, I think, that is big and important and bright and incredible. You're bonded with a dragon who's getting bigger and stronger and smarter, and you are getting stronger too. And I just think it's important that on this next part of our journey that you really worry about keeping yourself safe and finding Master Andrax and not keeping one eye on anyone else to make sure they're okay. Because I think I can handle myself. And, yeah. I just don't want you to, tether yourself to, a sinking ship or anything. I guess.
A sinking stone, you mean?
I mean, if you want to be literal about it, yeah, I suppose.
I'm not worried about that. I'm bonded to a dragon. Yes. You're bonded to the stars, which is more than I think any of us could hope to be. I'll always worry about you. But if your wish is for me to try to not, then I mean, I'll do as you ask.
I like that you care about me a lot, actually. I just want to see you get where you're supposed to be. And I'll be there with you, and I'll have your back. We all will. I think just after talking to Theratrix, I just think it's really important that you're able to do what you need to do.
I have no doubt that I'll be able to do.
Hey.
I have no doubt that I'll... For those who don't know, for those only listening or can't see it on the camera,
No one can see that.
Cuba wrote friend zoned with an exclamation point and then underlined.
That's private.
That's for the tavern only.
They're listening to what's happening. They know. I have no doubt that I'll get to where I need to go. I think, personally, beyond what will happen with me and Theratrix, that my purpose is to get you all where you need to be. To save the world. To do whatever needs to be done. That is my purpose.
We will.
But I will do my best to do as you have asked.
I mean, Kethra said my prophecy, I believe it was Kethra, that when the shards came together, it would be a caustic fusion of suffering. So, just, I just don't want you getting hurt or being tied up in my mess, because it's my mess, and I'm sure I'll do whatever I need to do. I just don't want to see you get hurt, and I don't want to see you fail because of me. That's it.
I've said it to you before, that I was raised by dragon worshipping monks to take pain so others don't have to. To be hurt so others don't have to. If you think that I wouldn't take that willingly, happily, for you, then you don't know me.
No, I do know you, Eldon. That's the problem. Because I know you will do that, because you always do that. And I'm telling you, you need to not do that right now. This is the one time that you have to be selfish and you have to focus on you. And I'm just begging you to do that. And she's going to take off the earring that he gave her a long time ago and kind of like give it back to him, because I still have it.
I'll try.
Okay. I should go to bed.
You should.
Night.
You channeled some Ayla energy there.
You're reading that all wrong, my friend. You really are. I'll explain after.
You have to realize who probably did most of the courting in their relationship. Like, you just...
So...
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
We had a lot of discussions after.
Any other things? So that happened on one night. Several days are available, if anything in particular.
Over the next couple days, as things go, he's not avoiding Iolite, but he's keeping his... He's not being an asshole, I guess I could say. He's just being shorter in his language, I suppose. Like, instead of saying something over a couple sentences, He'll just make it 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Like, just
His demeanor has changed, shifted a bit.
a bit.
Distant.
Exactly.
Just-
That's a good way to put it.
Has Astrum's End, have they been giving us different looks or anything over the preceding days?
In what way? In what way
I'm
do you mean?
assuming Yuri went back and were like, these motherfuckers went into the woods and came back with a fucking dragon.
So, not so much. No different looks. If anything, Mori has been engaging you in more conversation, and you said you were kind of keeping an eye out. I remember in terms of how frequently Mori's condition seems to worsen, and need for Nilly's input. You notice, I would say, over several days of watching. So a couple of things about Astrum's End. It happens a couple of times a day, seemingly randomly, where, and almost not necessarily out of nowhere, but what you come to find is that Mori will be talking or sitting out watching the ocean or whatever the case may be, and then you start to see little beads of sweat, and he starts to breathe heavily, and then Fernilly will come over and they'll talk for a minute, and she'll put her hands on his shoulder or on his face or whatever, and then it seems to come down. It never seems to get to a point where it doesn't ever get too long. It doesn't go for very long before she's right there to help. But you do, I would say, many days of watching and paying attention, he seems to be in pain. He's in chronic pain that comes up, and it's not like he suddenly drops to the ground or anything, but you can see when it's starting to come on, and he has a little window where Fernilly will go and take care of it for him.
Just ye old fibromyalgia.
Yeah. And he, it's definitely, well, I wouldn't even say, it seems like it's physical pain, but it's also hard with chronic pain. It could not be. You haven't seen anything to indicate that he's got a gaping wound or something. He's clearly in pain sometimes. Zix also, just the way that Zix was before, you just see he's carrying around that backpack and looking off into over the sea and everything. And Yuri keeps hanging out as much as if you want them to hang out, they're around. Julep, the one that swears a lot, has a yoga class in the morning that anyone can attend. And Asire, the one not Astrum's End member, as the days go on, he looks more jovial and just happier in general.
Julep runs a yoga class.
She's got a
on the
morning yoga, just as the suns are rising, she's
Eldon's
out
gonna
there.
start doing that.
Okay.
Isla's doing the yoga. She's out there with the Bloody Mary.
He needs to stay.
One of those.
He needs to stay limber. So he's
I'm
gonna be
picturing
out.
her in the matching exercise set that's the bra and the little pants that match.
It's Eldon's the one guy. You know how there's always one guy in the class of all females. Yeah.
She's got a few dudes in there, and Yuri's in there too. But when Julep does it, you all sit down and she says all right, you stupid motherfuckers, take a deep breath in through your nose,
Out your motherfucking mouth.
and then out your motherfucking mouths. Stretch. Let's do an open mouth. Stretch those jaws so you can suck those cocks. Let me see it. She's just the whole
Eldon's
time.
got locked jaw. He's no.
Wait a second.
She'll poke. Come on, I know you can do it. Let's go. I'm gonna pick on you until you do it. Everyone.
Give us your best
Everyone's.
I'm not giving that to the internet. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna open my mouth to the internet.
The internet demands it!
Nope.
She's got a vulgar yoga in the mornings.
Vulgar yoga.
Vulgar yoga.
Vulgar yoga.
Vulgar yoga. There's one moment. So several days. Okay, we're going I rolled days 2 through 5 of burden, nothing. And then first what's going to happen is the captain announces that there's going to be a talent show on the 8th of burdens. So you've got a couple of days to like figure out what it is that if you want to do something that you're going to do. So it'll be over the course of like, they want to start when the suns are still in the sky and then let it go into the night just in case people have things they like doing when it's like bright out or then when it's dark, and it's going to be on the 8th. So there's that. Kai, I'm actually going to have you roll a con save because you've been dreaming, and I just want to see if one of your dreams...
21.
Okay, so we'll come to that. Is anybody going to join the talent show?
Not Kethra.
Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're
Oh,
the
I
one
don't
who's
know.
like,
I don't know why
actually
the
has, like, a
bard.
talent.
I'm on vacation.
Okay.
You gotta be able to resist Ayla.
Are
She
there...
is topless sunbathing on the top deck right now.
Okay.
She is on
Kethra
vacation.
walks by.
All right.
Kethra walks by, goes, sun's out, titties out, good job.
Thanks.
You need to get it in.
Don't burn your nipples.
Will...
Fire
you're already-
resistance.
Even the nipples.
I see you're already red. How would you even know?
I am pink, sir.
It's a light red, but
I was gonna say, which is just diluted red.
so we'll say the next day. It is another let me just double check, fairly sunny day. That night is going to be the talent contest, the talent show. But as the day goes on, you hear, it's just a light wind on this day, clear. You've gotten very lucky with this weather. Actually, the weather has been on your side. And you hear someone call out, and the captain goes, "Everyone, look! Starboard!" You all go over to the side, and looking out over the ocean, you see this, like, shimmering mist that's, like, maybe, it's hard to tell on the ocean how far away things are, but possibly less than a half mile away, that is just racing, like, in your direction. You hear somebody say, like, "What is that? What is that?" And the captain's like, don't worry about it. I've seen this before. It's beautiful. Just shut up and look." And over the next few minutes, what you witness is like running across the top of the ocean is a herd of water-walking horses that are almost made out of...
What's so funny about that?
It's just in my mind, that is an amusing little fucking
They're
herd.
kind of-
Picturing like Elsa's horse.
That's the same thing I thought, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of galloping across the
Oh,
ocean.
I'm picturing shrimp-sized little donkeys.
Oh my God.
Like
Shrimp-sized
thousands and thousands of
It's like
them.
beautiful, magical...
That is a beautiful, magical, funny
herd
image.
of water-walking horses that are mini for some reason.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you see regular-sized horses that are water-walking.
Not funny in any way.
with
Look,
their,
we all are picturing different things in this fantasy world, and mine are the size of shrimp.
with their
I feel
manes
like
glistening
we all had
in
the same
the
basic
ocean.
idea. You did not.
Are just kind of running across, not too far away, but they're also not like kicking up waves or anything. They're just like running across and not barely damaging, we'll say, the scenery. It's a beautiful sight, just something that you've never seen before. And Fernilly is right there on the edge, just like, that's fucking gorgeous. And Julep goes on a whole thing, all kinds of words. Half of them you didn't even know existed.
What are they called?
We don't really have a name for them. They're just water walking horses. But if you can get them to come closer, I've heard that, and if you're really nice to them, I've heard they give a little something nice.
What do they eat? I mean, there is no grass out here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe kelp or something. I'm not really sure. I would assume there's plenty out to eat in the ocean.
I don't have anything that can go half a mile.
You can hear them and see them going across. They don't really seem to be paying all that much attention at first, and then they kind of like make a wide turn to come back around the boat on the other side, getting a little bit closer. The captain says they can be a little curious, but if anyone wants to try to get out there, there's something they've got. It's called the Tide's Embrace, and it's this little drop of seawater that's encased in this translucent, I'm not really sure what it's called, but I've heard that if you can have a good interaction with them, you can get some of those. And they have got healing properties.
Eldon's gonna start, like, taking his, like, clothes off, basically. Like, stripping down to, like, just his pants.
Okay.
I mean,
Theratrix is...
do we not have like a small launch on this boat? Like, you're just gonna jump in the water when there's like a dinghy that can be lowered
Well,
in?
you've only got... They're kind of like going pretty quickly around, so... Theratrix in his water form.
He will be. And so
Um,
I imagine that he's flying around, and that he'll basically the same thing we did when we went to we
The
fought
underwater
the
temple.
Bullywug Queen or whatever that was.
Yeah.
Like, so he'll almost like dive bomb with the wings tucked, and as he hits the water, transform into his water form
Okay.
and cut through the water as I'm swimming, and then I'll grab a hold of him and we'll try to swim up.
All right.
I think we
So,
both have, well, he has 40 feet of movement, so.
yeah, dashing, you can make your way, so you kind of like glide along the water following this herd of water horses as they go. You can hear them neighing here and there as you get closer. What are you doing to try to get close? And once you kind of get up, riding up alongside them, you see them looking at they're like white and teal and sea spray, like sea foam greenish colors as you get closer.
It's not even really doing anything. It's almost doing like a. Have you ever seen the dolphins that like porpoise they with the ship?
Yeah.
You know, with the boat. He's kind of just doing that with them, like just kind of like popping in and out of like the middle of the herd, basically.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
Anybody else doing anything while Eldon's out there? You're all hanging out over the side.
Oh shit! Actually, that was actually really good. 19 plus 1 for a dirty 20.
Okay.
I was convinced that was gonna be fucking terrible.
Kai walks over to Kethra. Do you trust me?
In theory, yes.
Take my hand.
Can I ask why?
It's a surprise.
I don't like surprises.
I like this one.
Love how they stonewall each other.
I still don't like surprises.
Just take my hand.
You already heard that you're fucking bossy?
I have.
Are you gonna, like, yank me into the fucking drink? Is that what we're doing?
Kethra hears in her head, take his fucking hand.
Fine! She's like, I don't want to go in. Fine.
Iolite's like,
Once she takes Kai's hand, he's gonna cast Fly on the both of them. And then as soon as they get about 10 feet above the deck, he'll let her go, and then he's gonna start going out towards the water walking horses.
The water horses.
So like, do I fly now?
No, you just
They
dropped to the
fly.
deck.
They fly.
they fly now.
For the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Don't end those 10 minutes over the water, says the captain as you head away from the deck.
I'll do my best.
Anybody else?
I turn to the dude with the curse thing and go, how about you wish those horses get closer?
You just keep trying to get him to make a wish.
He looks at you and he's like, I mean, I could. I've been thinking it might. This is, you know, we're moving, and wherever the creature might end up is about usually within about 100 feet. And I've been trying to do the math on the ship. It's just that if it does end up like appearing on the ship, there's really nowhere anyone can go. I don't know that would be wise.
You need to drink more in order to get jokes.
I don't know that you're joking, Miss Myrea.
She just does this.
Desi's hanging out next to you, Iolite, as Eldon jumps in and he goes, "Whoa, that guy!" It helps when you have a dragon,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
but fearless, fearless. Hats off to you, sir! He yells out. You would not be able to hear him.
As he
Whoa,
just
that
flippering
fucking
it.
guy!
Whoa, that fucking guy!
I just love the idea as he's like halfway there. He also sees Kai and Kethra just like
flying along.
zipping him up, and he's like,
But the music from the Superman movie when him and Lois are flying through Metropolis is playing as they pass.
he's already with the horses, so he made for. I know you would know the music too.
I'm just super nervously watching everyone and white knuckling them railing. Like, all right.
Desi sees that.
Everybody's
he just
doing
kind
this.
Of, like, rubs your back and your shoulders. Like, it's all right. You're not in there. It's them. They are fine. They won't sink.
You don't know that.
I do. Your friends are really impressive. Look,
Oh, okay.
there's a dragon. There are tricks. He's not going to let them sink, even if they fell. And can't vampires like turn into bats?
He's
Kai
not a
should be
vampire.
Oh, well.
I've never seen him turn into a bat.
We have also never seen him fly before.
"Yes, you have."
When the fuck did we see him fly?
Inside the underground
like
city.
fucking 3 times. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Ayla says as she's drinking.
Well, all
drinking.
right.
So Eldon, as you ride alongside, almost like riding Theatrix like a skateboard at one point, or surfboard, I guess it would be. He lifts you up and tilts a little bit
He's like
so that you
trying
can.
to. He's like petting the horses as like, you know.
Yeah. He's like, you should try to get on top of one. Try to ride it. I'm right here, Eldon. It'll be fun.
We'll try.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
No, I would say with a 20, which
Oh.
is really high. One of the horses, as you just pick one that's close enough, little sparkle of the ocean mist coming off of its back. It's this like very, very white with little fringes of seafoam green on the hooves and the mane. You get on its back and just kind of like the galloping motion, but on the water is very unique. They're hitting something solid, but as you're there and the ocean mist is hitting you in the face, it's like whatever they are hitting that solid is intangible. Their feet hit the surface of the ocean, and where it should be more jarring, it's very fluid. And Theatrix like hangs back a little bit as you continue on, and you hear all this cheering coming from the deck as a whole bunch of folks just go like, "Woo!" as Eldon is riding one of the water horses across the ocean. They
See ya,
circle.
everybody. part of the herd now.
They circle the boat a couple of times, and as you're on the horse, it does like a little mane shake, and you do see right in, like embedded in the mane of the horse are these little. You would almost not be able to see them if you didn't know to look for them. These little pill shaped, and there's something in the center, but they're translucent with a little droplet, and there's probably a handful you can take, like 5 as you're going. Yep, just like grab a handful of them, and for the next 5 minutes or so they are circling around the boat. You see, who would it be? The fox folk that is with Astrum's End at one point leans down, and Takeo begins doing like a prayer as you're all watching these beautiful horses make their rounds. You get the impression a few minutes in that like they're probably going to be taking off in a direction. So after that,
With a 20, would I be able to get it to bring me back to the boat?
I'd say another roll.
Oh.
Let's do another one. just
Another
see.
20.
It's letting you ride it when it's
Yeah,
wild.
that's fine.
Beatrix is hanging out with you.
This is a 10.
Okay.
9 plus 1.
I'll say as you go to get off, you realize, you pat the neck of the beautiful horse and then kind of go to dismount. And it's not like you go, whoop, do a backflip over or whatever, but like you definitely jump off and it's like belly flop into the water as they go to take off in whatever direction their pilgrimage was headed. And Theratrix is right there to scoop you up as Kai and Kethra. What do you do in the air? Are you just watching? Do you have a moment? What happens?
Kai's just watching to see Kethra's reaction to her flying for the first time.
Which is her going. This was I don't remember much, but this was kind of less scary when I was a wyvern. Not gonna lie.
It suits you.
Being like 30 feet above water, shall I say?
Unrestrained and free.
Are you hitting on me?
I think we're well past that.
Okay, I just make sure you weren't flirting with me because that was gonna be weird. What?
Enjoy yourselves.
Okay. You see kind of a
Oh. Is Nyx with her?
Nyx is like, fuck no. He is on the boat, like,
He's on her back,
hell.
like, ah!
He's like, I did not consent to fly. Hell no. He's like, she did it to me with the wyvern, and I'm not okay with it.
Never-ending
picturing him, like, peeking out of the bag and being like,
story.
He's probably standing there looking up at you, like,
I say, Iolite's like
Please.
holding
I know,
me.
yeah, Nyx and I are like, why are they doing this?
Nyx is like, uppies, uppies, uppies. I love this.
All right. As the horses go off on their expedition, leaving you all in awe of their beauty, Theratrix helps Eldon back onto the boat, and a couple people come over, give high fives. Solid, dude. Audacious.
What would those even be called?
They are called...
Running water horses.
No, the things that got out of the main
Oh.
They are called a Tide's Embrace.
tides and brace. You said a handful? 5?
Yep.
5 of them. Are they something that's in...
I'll put it in the loot.
Oh, man, I felt better.
All right.
I'm gonna breathe better.
Is anyone going to engage in the talent show? Otherwise, I'll just tell you what happens. Any talents? No.
That was Eldon's talent show.
That night, the talent show is well underway. You do see Desi gets up and he does a light show, as he has these dancing lights that he has been working with. So he gets up onto the little makeshift stage that the captain does, and he has all these lights that swirl around, and it's very pretty, although somewhat shortened, and he looks very nervous as he's up there. The dwarven first mate does a very lengthy oration of a short story. It reminds you a lot of Segald, except not as pretentious. After like 25 minutes, it's still going, and people are like nodding off, but he eventually is done and is like clapping. Zix gets up on stage at one point, and he's never let this bag go. He's held on to the bag. and he does a whole poem read that he wrote. And it's a love poem, but it's really difficult to discern exactly that it is until the end, when he kind of just like flat out says it. People are like, that was a love poem. And then people are like,
baby, you got what I need.
Amber.
I was thinking it's more like 10 things I hate about you. Isn't until like midway through you realize, oh no, wait, this person doesn't really hate them. Aw.
Amber, the cook, she does a juggling and pours.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, she pours ale from the jugs into each other and is flipping them up and she does this whole thing.
I thought you were just going to say they did like that flash dance, just have the jug.
That's how it ends. And then again, there's a couple of really loud claps from people that are on the ship that you're like, So you look back and she's like, yeah, wink. But other than that, the winner is
Me.
Ayla Myrea wins by default.
Just sitting there with some grapes.
Little old me.
Didn't do shit.
The captain is just like, we're just happy to have you. So we all know Ayla would win. We're just going to give it to her by default.
Everyone's with everyone else.
Everyone's fine with it. They're fine.
Everyone's like, oh yeah.
Well, sure, yeah.
Spotlight goes on. She's like,
Eating like a chip.
she's eating a bowl of grapes.
No, we Beyonce.
So another day or so goes by.
The Grinch, I believe a check was mentioned. There was no check.
And there is, we'll say it's like the 10th of
Why don't I know what movie that was now?
The Grinch.
Grinch.
Oh,
The live one. Jim Carrey.
took me a second.
You're all kind of up on deck on this particular day, and Fernilly approaches your group. And it's like midday. And she just says, hey, you can see again the breath. It's starting to get a little cooler now that you're further away from the islands by several days. Her, like, even her frosty breath is still visible whenever she speaks, and she's always, like, licking away that frost. She comes up to your group. How y'all doing? Great. Kai, I'm sorry to bug you, but, so you know how Zix has been kind of sad? He's been taking it really hard that he left or lost the guy with the bag. And you've seen him moping around, all of you.
I've noticed.
Yeah, his demeanor has changed quite a bit. I have been trying to talk to him, but he has been really just more distraught than I've seen him in the past. And this was just to give a little backstory. It was kind of like his first time taking on a job and on his own, and I think he feels like he might have let everyone down. And as much as I try to talk to him and everything, he just isn't really hearing me. And so I was trying to chat with him. It was yesterday, and he said that the only person that he wanted to talk to was Kai, which threw me off.
Why the hell would he want to talk to you?
That's what I said. Exactly like that. No
Okay,
offense.
so I'm not alone. Okay.
No. And he said that he wants to talk to Kai because Kai scares him And so he respects that. And that he wants to talk to you. He says that, and not many people scare him, but I think he saw, he said that he saw like what you did on the ship, and that in his own Zix way, he was like, that was so cool and really fucking terrifying, and I've never seen anything so cool and scary, and I just really respect that. So what I think Zix needs to hear, and I'm not trying to coach you too much, but I just came from seeing him, and I witnessed him setting a stool up in front of his own stool, and he's in our space, in our room. And I think he thinks that you will like sit with him and talk to him about what he did or failed to do. And apparently he'll listen to you. And only you. So, as a favor, because I will say that I miss my buddy, if you wouldn't mind giving him a pep talk, how's that sound? For Kai to give Zix a pep talk, maybe?
It's gotta be the most ineffective pep talk in the world.
Is he sober?
He's 100% sober. He has been since we left. I mean, I haven't seen him be this way. He's just been beside himself with disappointment, and I also was caught off guard. So,
as a favor, I can do that for you.
Well, I suppose, of anyone of us that you would talk to, he did choose the best one. Surprisingly so, although I would not have said this 2 months ago. You feel this wave of inspiration as she says nice words about you.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Ayla.
Yeah, you're gonna need it because you're not exactly the pep talk kind of person.
yeah,
I think you'll do fine.
Don't give him a false sense of security, Eldon.
Where's your inspiration dice to throw at him?
You're gonna do great. When I left him just now, he was meticulously setting up the stool. He asked me 3 or 4 times if I thought the placement of the stool was going to be conducive to him talking with you. That stool that follows him around was dragging around and I said yes, and then he finally placed it in the spot, and then he was pacing nervously. Again, not something that Zix normally does, but he was just pacing back and forth, and I told him I would come speak with you, and so he is waiting.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. All right. I'll wait here, and just let me know how it goes, because I can do any damage control. Not that I don't think you're going to do a great job, but I've known him for a long time. And okay.
All right, then.
Okay. Vernilli looks so nervous. All right, this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he
he
wanted
wanted.
capable of this.
So bad.
What was that?
I said I think Kai is totally capable of this.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right.
Kai goes down outside the room.
The door swings open, and Zix is there, and you see there's little beads of sweat as he sees you, and he's like, "Oh, hi.
understand you wanted to speak with me.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to talk to you. Please. He makes a big show, opens the door, and like swings his arm out, and you can see the whole place is like, it's a little bit messy from all the 5-6 different people that are in this room. But he has this stool. It's a very simple 3-legged stool in the middle of the room. The bag that he's been carrying around is in front of it, and then the stool that's been following him around is behind him currently as he gestures, and he says, he closes the door as you come in, and then he's like, please sit. And you hear that like as the stool comes up just behind him.
Kai sits and uncomfortably stares him directly in the face.
Zix like makes eye contact for a second and then like looks down. He sits down. Zix is not super tall, but because he's like a half goblin, half elf, his proportions are like, he's beefy. He's this rogue bruiser, but like when he sits, even though
he's like Wolverine, he's
like
only
his
like yay
his
tall.
knees are like up a little bit higher when he sits, and he's like, he's right within.
Oh,
like,
I'm picturing the Falcon and Winter Soldier when
He's
they're
very
in the
close.
therapist. Their like
Yeah.
knees are like in between, and Kai is just deadpanning him right in the face.
He's like, okay, I think Fernilli. So you talked to Fernilli, right?
Briefly, yes.
And thank you for talking to me today. I respect you greatly, and you're also scary, which also I think is good for me, because it takes a lot for me to like respect it, like a strong, you're like strong, and I saw what you did and it was really strong, and you're real strong. And so you probably have good thoughts too,
I have many.
and they're probably good, like smart, really smart thoughts. And because you're strong and you're smart, I've never been in this position before where I failed so badly. I was supposed to look out for this guy, and he even paid me some money. And Maury is always like looking out for me and trusts me to be this really strong guy with who's smart. And I couldn't even keep track of this one guy that I had to take care of. And it just really sucks, because how can anybody look at me and think that I'm good enough to do anything when I can't even keep track of a whole person who's pretty big? I mean, he was like as tall as me. Not easy to lose. So I just wanted your thoughts on that, and then I have a request.
When you look at me, do you think you see someone who's never made mistakes?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you that's not true. No one is perfect. No one is infallible. Mistakes will happen. This is merely your first.
There's gonna be more?
There's always more.
God damn.
Now, what you need to do is make sure the same mistake doesn't keep happening.
Yeah.
Right now you have the benefit of hindsight. You can think back where you might have made a mistake and not do it again.
Yeah.
People who seem as though they have things all together, it's not because they have all the right answers. It's because they don't let their mistakes define them.
All right.
You have the benefit of many people with different skills, some that are better at things than you. Observe them, learn from them. Mistakes don't make you who you are. It's how you act after them.
All right. Well, I'll look at everybody and I'll watch everybody and I'll try not to lose any more people on the islands. But I've been carrying around his bag because I've been too ashamed to let it go. And he lifts it up and he kind of jangles it, and you can hear the sound of, sounds like coins. Then he kind of like jingles it again and it sounds like there's maybe gems. And he's like, I didn't want to open this by myself because I kind of felt like opening it alone was signaling defeat, like this isn't mine, but I don't know, jingles it. And you seem like a respectable guy and a trustworthy guy. So I was hoping that I could open this with you.
Go ahead.
He positions the bag in between you and he like says, how about you take one side? Yeah, you take one side and I'll take the other and we'll just open it, and then it won't be just me doing it. It'll be like we did it together.
Fine.
All right, okay, on three. 3. As you pull it open, a flash of runes ignites within. A brilliant cascade of light that catches you off guard. In an instant, you and Zix are locked in place, looking at each other, both wide-eyed and caught in a moment of confusion. Yours reflecting an "oh crap" facial expression, and his is etched in perplexity. I need everybody to leave, except for Kai.
What?
We're getting kicked out.
Oh my.
I don't care where you go,
But you can't stay here.
but you can't stay here.
Outside?
Yeah, out, so you can not hear.
I was just thinking, I was like, I would like to open that bag, not me.
It didn't even occur to me. I would just want something that would
Suddenly, a figure materializes in the room, draped in dark clothing that obscures their features. The accent that escapes them is unmistakably Devenian, as they begin to speak with an unwavering clarity. Malachi Morningstar, I bring forth a message from Queen Selene of Devenia. My cherished Kai, know this. My love for my grandchildren surpasses all earthly concerns. It is imperative that you hold this truth close to your heart. The day you departed, a piece of my soul departed with you. Only your sister remains now. Mallory shall ascend as the new queen, and the memory she holds of her beloved brother will serve to fortify her strength, resolve, and command. The figure moves methodically around the cramped quarters, their presence unsettling yet devoid of malice. Your gaze remains fixed on Zix, unable to discern the details of the intruder as Zix's expression is frozen in confusion. The atmosphere feels charged with tension, but if you can see and hear what's happening, so can Zix. You must, therefore, understand that to ensure that she reaches her full potential, the confidence in the crown must not falter. The messenger continues, their tone steady and devoid of emotion. It has come to my attention that there are whispers questioning the fate of the Prince of Devenia. Rumors that he lives and that the crown has a secret they are hiding. A blade suddenly gleams in the figure's hand. The quiet ping of the weapon resonating in your ears, a sound you recognize as the signature of the Violence, the elite assassins of the Violet Legion. As I have always done, I have tended to the matters of the crown, just as I did when you were but an infant cradled in my arms. They say, the chilling words wrapping around you like a shroud. But heed my words, my beloved. With deliberate steps, the assassin glides behind Zix, who remains frozen in confusion. Malachi Morningstar, Prince of Devenia, is dead. In that heart-stopping moment, the assassin drags the blade across Zix's neck, a slow, deliberate motion that feels like an eternity. Neither of you can react, suspended in time as you witness the horror unfold. Blood begins to spill quickly from the wound, even as Zix's expression is unable to reflect whatever he is feeling. The next 20 or 30 seconds lasts a lifetime. The figure's slow and deliberate pacing lost in the periphery of your vision as all you can see is the moment Zix's body releases him from its grip. A glazed look left behind that you have been this close to witness once before. Witness. No witnesses. Malachi Morningstar, Prince of Devenia, is dead. The words ring in your ears as the figure deftly positions your hand and places the dagger in your grip. Ensure that this truth remains unchallenged. With that, the figure vanishes. Time resumes. Zix crumples forward into your arms, the weight of his lifeless body, slick with blood, difficult to hold up with one hand, holding the knife that killed him. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Shit.